Hi there, welcome to Gemstonetarot. This is your weekly tarot reading from July the 1st to the 8th, 2017. I can't actually believe it's July, apart from the fact that we have grey skies outside here in the UK. But hey, thanks everyone who's been liking, sharing and subscribing the videos for the daily stuff and also for the monthlies. Speaking of which, the monthly videos will be out by the end of the weekend, she said rather scarily. As a massive jumbo jet goes across, that's a sign if I ever knew one. So I'm going to start with Aries. I'm going to move through to Pisces on this, and I'm going to put timestamps in the description box so you can find your sun, your moon and your rising sign. You can look between them, or you can look for somebody else's, or you can look wherever you like. So they will be in the description box with your sun sign to have a look at. But like I say, check out your moon, check out your rising. I am using, Alexander, I don't know why I always call him this actually. Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot. Don't know how to pronounce it. I heard someone pronounce it differently. Whoa. It's an oldie, but it's obviously a complete classic. So that's the old box with the kind of ripped label. Really big cards as well. Really big cards. So I'm going to do a reading for each sign. They will be timestamped, so look out for yours, everybody. And if you want a private reading, you can book in my description box or visit my website, gemstonetarot.com. Okay, Aries, let's have a look for you. Quite excited. This is the first reading I've done with these cards, with these massive, massive cards. Ooh. That one. Ooh. Right. Ooh. Very interesting. Excuse me, Aries. As soon as I look at your cards, my nose went like, take it as a cosmic sneeze, Aries. Take it as a cosmic sneeze. Okay. Right. Interesting. I'm just absorbing the energies. You're going to feel cloudy and foggy this week, Aries. But it's not going to result that badly for you, which sounds like a really strange thing to say. You've got the Princess of Swords. If you think of this as like the page in reverse. You've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is rather great, in the upright. So you come up with a lot by the end of the week, materially, in terms of wealth, in terms of job, in terms of things, if that makes sense. At the same time, though, there is some message that's not going through. You're trying to get a message to somebody. It could be to do with work. I think for a lot of you it is to do with work or to do with business. And for some of you, I feel that this Queen of Swords is you not being clear enough about what you accept and what you don't. If you look at the Queen of Swords, she's quite formidable. If you look here in this card, she's kind of, you know, well, let's face it, she cut someone's head off, you know, off with their head. It's a certain sense of ruthlessness that's needed for you this week, Aries. If you don't want to do something, say so. If someone's putting on you, say so. If you have a boundary, if there's a line to be drawn in the sand, draw it. Nevertheless, underneath all this, there is a very healthy material force going on. So if you're looking for income, if you're looking for promotion in a way, actually, it's time to behave like this. It's time to be a bit more selfish and say what you want. And say no as well to what you don't want. I'm just seeing what the aspect for this one is. So sniffy, Gemma. Yeah, this is like, it's an earth sign card and it's a Virgo. I think it's Sun in Virgo, actually. I'm going to look it up in a minute. It's building things up. It's stuff that you've built up over time. These are things that you've put in place over quite a long period of time, maybe with lots of different people. Let me just look that one up in my ancient tarot books. It's about 25 years old, this book. But it does give me all the aspects. I know it's Virgo, but I don't know which one in Virgo. Mercury in Virgo, right, okay. If you think about Mercury, you think about the operational planet, the cerebral planet, how you think, how you plan. In Virgo, Brucey bonus, can't get better than that. That's why you've got 10 pentacles. That's why they're looking golden and treasury. This is all about the things that are above the subconscious level. These are all the things you can see, taste, hear, smell and touch. Or the people. Because for some of you, I'm getting this is something to do as well with a relationship. If it is about relationships for you this week, Aries, speak out. Be really forceful. I mean, Aries, you're good at being forceful. But sometimes, you know, you do wear your heart on your sleeve. You can be over generous. And also Princess of Swords in reverse. This is the same message. I feel this is a message to your queen, if that makes sense. The princess is speaking to the queen. The princess brings the message, the queen should act it out. If perhaps you have a message to deliver that you're not looking forward to this week, Aries, just get on and wield that sword and do it. Because actually, there's a lot in it for you. And sometimes you've got to put yourself first. I'm going to choose for you a Heart of the Fairy Oracle card. That one. Ooh, look at that. And you get the Green Woman. Now I take this as the same message for you. I'm taking this as green. I'm taking this as in green, as in money, as in dollars, as in pounds, as in whatever your currency is. This is you. You need to get growing it. It's already there for you. Just become part of it. Claim what is yours. If this is to do with a relationship, claim what is yours. It's the same message. Don't be afraid to wield your sword. You've got to think of yourself as Athene this week. Topless and with a sword. Whatever it takes, Aries. Whatever it takes. Ooh, that's yours. Whoa, that's good. That's yours. That one doesn't feel... Ooh. Yeah, I knew that one was... Yeah. Okay, good. Haven't had that one for a while. You've got expectations. I think actually this week it's right. You need to have these high expectations of somebody being in your life. This is a love card. This is expecting the best for yourself and to anything presented to you that isn't good enough, Aries. You get communication as well. This is someone who's got a string with every kind of, or man and a woman, it could be a man and a man, woman and a woman, whatever, with all the communication modes here. We've got really extremely old-fashioned looking tellies, bad big mobile phones, bad landline phones, but the message is, it doesn't matter how you communicate your needs, communicate them. Whether it's at work, whether it's in love, put it out there. This is what I want, this is what I don't want. Shh. No compromising. And then you get romance. You will be rewarded, Aries. Look at it. Nice. 10 as well. Top of the pop. Top of the pops. Top of the pops. Whatever. Let's have a look at this. Actually, I want to look at this. I want to do all the cards for you, Aries, all at once. Ooh, I like that. You get To the Sea. These cards are, now who are they? I always call her Sash and Baron Cohen. Colette Baron Reid. Colette Baron read Wisdom of the Oracle. They are utterly beautiful cards. I hope you can see that. You get to the sea. Now this rather beautiful bathtub has got, now do they call it a compass at sea? Whatever, think of it as your own internal compass. What feels right to you is right. What doesn't feel right, simply cut it out. I love that. And also don't be afraid to use your imagination, I'm getting from this. You can see here, I don't know if you can see it actually, sort of facing the clouds. Don't be afraid to use your imagination for what you want and what you don't want. But your message is very clear this week, Aries. Walk softly and carry a big sword. Now that is for July the 1st to the 8th. Do, Aries, check out your monthly forecast, which will be up by the end of the weekend. Hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button and the notifications. There's a lot of buttons to hit, aren't there, Aries? If you want a private reading, you can book in the box below, in the description box. And Aries, check out your sun, your moon and your rising. All of these are time-stamped in the box below as well. Thank you, Aries. Okay, Taurus. My table is wobbly, Taurus. I can't tell you how much that's annoying me. If I try and do something about it, you can bet it will collapse though. And that'll be the end of that reading. Now then, Taurus. That's better. Okay, Taurus, this is for July the 1st to the 8th, 2017. Don't forget, Taurus, to check out your sun, moon and your rising. Also, hit the like button and the subscribe button if you like the video. If you want a private reading, Taurus, you can book in the description box below. Let's have a look for you. We've got one on the floor already. These tarot cards are massive. Using Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, or Thoth Tarot. Ooh. Ooh, Taurus. Okay. Wow. Just taking in the energies of the cards. Okay. Something for you, Taurus, is reaching a crisis point this week. You got the Ten of Swords. Lovely old Ten of Swords. Now in the Crowley deck, you don't really get people in the pip cards. So if this was in the Rider-Waite, you would have a man with 10 swords in his back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, he's not looking too well and he's kind of lying on the beach. And this one too, it has 10 swords and each one of them goes through a heart. 10 of Swords is when you've kind of reached the pinnacle of a bad situation, usually a situation that involves hurt, because it's a sword, you know. It's almost like it's piercing your happiness, your feelings, it's wounding. But the good news with the Ten of Swords is it's always the end. It's always as bad as it can get. It's reached like a crisis point. You've tried all of the methods. You've tried all the crisis management. You've tried this, you've tried that. And then it's kind of like the energy goes out of the fight at last. And for a lot of you, this is to do with a relationship situation, because the next card we have is the Two of Cups in reverse. It's a very, very beautiful card, but it's always in this situation to do with love. It's to do with partnership. It's to do with what started off as something very promising in relationship. And I feel that this is now deteriorated. Yeah, this is Venus in Cancer. So if you think of Venus, the planet of love, acting in Cancer, which is a very home-loving, relationship-loving, nurturing, caring planet. This is how it started, or this is what you hoped for, but there's been a lot of worry around it. We've got the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is worry about not enough. It's a worry about lack. It's a worry about poverty. It's a worry about being out in the cold. It's a worry about being alone on your own, or having to walk away from something which you really thought would nourish you and would look after you and would care for you. And this could also be a job. It could be a work situation, especially if it's in a partnership. But either way, the worst seems to kind of been hit, and you can just no longer tolerate it. The cups are upside down, the water is everywhere, and it's just worry, worry, worry. There's been a lot of worrying already. In a way, this is an end to the worry, because the Ten of Swords, things don't go any further. And that, in some senses, Taurus, is a relief. You have been getting very strong readings from me for the last few weeks, really. Do also, though, Taurus, check out your moon and your rising. I'm going to choose for you Heart of the Fairy Oracle card. Oh, that's great. And you get the Hero. This is a card. This is a man and a woman in one. This is about the fierce lioness protecting her cubs. Now, whether this is to do with protecting yourself, protecting your family, or protecting your, not so much your job, but your status or something like that, or fighting for it. This is about fierce protection. Don't be afraid to protect yourself fiercely. Carry a big sword. And don't be afraid if you feel really angry as well, Taurus. I get that you might be feeling really, really angry, really disappointed. This isn't how things were supposed to be. I'm just drawing a couple of love cards for you there, Taurus. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, look. We've got cynicism. Well, I'll start with this one. Deception. So we've got somebody with a padlock behind his back and a bunch of flowers in his front. Either way, it's deception. Somebody wearing a mask, somebody not being true in a relationship, somebody cheating. Just deception. Things are not as they should be. You thought they were like this, and they're not. Whatever you were worried about has come true. And just a note for you, Taurus, if you are worried about being out in the cold and on your own, try to be fearless about it. Try and draw the line. Try and be brave about it. Because when you've got the Ten of Swords, it does indicate that you have tried everything. And you get cynicism, pouring a bucket of cold water over the lovers. Now, I don't blame you for that, actually, Taurus. Lick your wounds, you know. But be the hero. Fight for what? Fight for your dignity. Fight for your dignity. And for the space to heal as well. That one. Yeah. Now, your oracle card that you get here, Colette Baron Reed, you get the truth be told. And the Ten of Swords as well. Swords are about truth. You may be dealing, Taurus, with a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. Because the Ten of Swords is an air sign thing, and telling the truth is an air sign thing. Somebody certainly hasn't been. But look how it sets you free. It's nasty to hear, but it will set you free, Taurus. So Taurus, do check out your moon and rising sign, and if you want a private reading, you can book in the box below. Also, the monthly readings will be up by the end of the weekend. So check out your monthly reading, Taurus. That's a very strong reading for you. Leave me a comment. Woo! Let me know how that resonates. Okay, thanks, Taurus. Gemini. Hi Gemini. Let's have a look for you. I'm using Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot. I think it's Thoth, or is it Thoth? It all sounds a bit whoa. Might just call it Aleister Crowley's Tarot and have done with it. Nice cards. Right, let's have a look. So thank you very much, Gemini, for all your comments last week, and also for sharing the videos and for liking the videos. Ooh. Do check out your Moon and Rising. This is for July the 1st to the 8th, 2017, and I will be putting timestamps in the description box so you can do that. Let's have a look. Wow. Okay, first card out, this is rather beautiful. Queen of Discs, so Queen of Pentacles. I feel like for you, Gemini, there's something, this is something to do with material things, to do with work, to do with motherhood, to do with could be to do with fatherhood, but I'm getting more of a feminine vibe from this card. It depends. To do with achieving something, getting something in place, could be studying, trying to get promoted, trying to find a job, sending out CVs, trying to build something up. You're probably getting the feeling, Gemini, that things are not quite on course. And they're not, but for the right reasons. It's not quite the time for you to act this week. This is the week to do the research, to get the CV looking nice and shiny and spanking, but not necessarily be networking it out. To be sowing the seed, but not be kind of disturbing the soil too much. You're poking, I'm getting very metaphorical now, you're poking the seeds down, then you're leaving them just for this week. And I say that because you have Major Arcana, the Hanged Man. Beautiful card. Now the Hanged Man, Major Arcana, the Hanged Man is there for a reason. He's kind of at the crossroads, and when you're hanging upside down, all the blood goes to your head. This is your crown chakra. Well, you can see it on here actually, because underneath his crown chakra, he's got this coiled snake here and this sort of burst of light, like a lamp. Now, most interpretations of the Hangman will have like a halo around his head. For the snake, I feel this is really important for you. The snake is about things that are nascent, things that are coming into being, things that are, it's coiled up, but do you know what? That snake will come out and it will make progress and it will go somewhere. And this is you, Gemini. Queen of Discs is a very practical, earthy, sensual, capable human being. And this is what you're doing. But you're doing it really slowly and you're doing it slightly under the radar. If this is to do with work, be poking around, be observing. If you want to be promoted, see what's making things tick, but don't tell anyone just yet. Don't be speaking it. Geminis need to tell everyone everything all the time. They need to communicate. It's their bread and butter. Air is their bread and butter. They need to be like that. Butterflies. Keep it to yourself, Gemini. Keep it under the radar. And I say that also because you have Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Now all this means, because obviously Wheel of Fortune is a wheel, so it will be going the right way round soon, but not just this week. This week, consider it not the time. Wind is not behind you with things. You won't get the serendipity that you need. There will be niggly niggles, which will stop you, when actually if you bided your time, it would be a lot more productive. Now you can apply that to work or relationships. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to draw a couple of relationship cards for you, Gemini. because I've just drawn Heart of the Fairy Oracle card for you, Brian and Wendy Frood. They have 3 jokers in the pack. These are cards that don't have a number, and you make your own interpretation for them. And I know what my interpretation is of that card, so I'm just choosing you a couple of love cards to clarify it. Now, Gemini. Okay, yeah. Something is afoot about love for you this week, Gemini. You probably already know something about it. Leave me a comment. Got 3 cards. Now, this card, my interpretation of this card is women in the cupboard. Because literally, if you look carefully, you've got the woman here who's like a unicorn. And then everywhere else, like here and here and here, in the dark, it's like skeletons in the cupboard, but this is women in the cupboard. Now, this can apply to the other way around as well. It can be men in the cupboard, but in relationship terms, it's secrets. Either you or they or both have secrets. If you've just met someone new, there may be something you don't know about them. They may not be showing you everything. You also get tryst, which is about meeting someone behind someone's back. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice card. Only you can know whether that's a risk worth taking, but it's around. It's around. And also we have specialness, which is one of the problem cards. This is about if you're in a long-term relationship, Gemini, this is not paying enough attention to each other, not making each other feel special. So some people are looking elsewhere. And we also have loneliness, not really communicating with each other, not feeling got. So we have secrets, we have tryst. Just look out for that this week, Gemini, or it could be you. Or like I say, it could be both of you. If this is the case, you've still got the Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles. Not the time to do any accusing this week, I wouldn't have said. Not the time to break the shell on that particular egg. I would give that a bit of time. I would gather your facts, and I would also check in with how you actually feel about it. Just going to draw you one of these oracle cards, Gemini. That one. Yeah. You get breathe. I love this card. It's a real blue Gemini as well. Loads of air. Take some time this week, Gemini. Look after yourself. Breathe. Don't act this week. Even if you think something's going on, don't do anything about it materially this week. Just hold back for a bit. Leave me a comment, Gemini. Check out your moon and your rising. If you want a private reading, you can book in with the PayPal link in the box below. Very interesting reading, Gemini. Also, your monthly reading will be out by the end of the weekend, so do check back for that. Thank you, Gemini. Cancer. Ooh. Ooh, you. I've got one hiding, Cancer. It's gone back into its shell, but it's coming out. Ooh. Wow. Sorry, I'll stop just oohing and ahhing. Shall I actually tell you what the cards are, Cancer? That would help, wouldn't it? This is from July the 1st to July the 8th. We've got the Princess of Cups in reverse. You can see this as the Page of Cups. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Absolutely beautiful card. And we've got Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Now, Princess of Cups in the reverse. This is a water sign card, Cancer. This represents Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it's in the reverse. You may be feeling upset, literally in the reverse. You may be feeling at 6s and 7s. You're trying very hard, Cancer, to achieve something. You're trying to keep, I get for a lot of people it's family issues as well. You're trying to keep what they call all the balls in the air. You're trying to keep loads of plates spinning. You've got loads and loads of different responsibilities, a lot of them to do with caring, which is a very Cancerian thing. And I think it's just taking its toll on you a bit. For some of you, it's taking its toll on your own personal relationship a bit, while you're looking after other people, while you're achieving. For some people, it's keeping a work-life balance going for family and work and finances and all of the other things. But you are winning the battle this week, Cancer. You have got this Two of Pentacles. It's the right way up. You can see that this snake, it snakes round to make the infinity. It has the yin and yang inside as well. It's like a ever-decreasing, eternal, one of those. I don't know what you call that. But it's juggling. And it's juggling and winning. But it's still an effort to juggle, isn't it? It's still an effort to juggle. You're also working hard. This card is Jupiter in Capricorn. It's, if you think of Jupiter as a very expanding planet, and then think of Capricorn as the workhorse. I mean, Capricorn works really hard and is really organised. So you are working and organising a whole load of expansion. Some things, like human beings, are very messy to organise, and you're in charge of something emotional, and that wants to just get out everywhere, and you're containing it. But you're doing a great job this week. And you have Wheel of Fortune in the upright. It's a bit of luck coming your way, actually, Cancer. Sometimes you have to work hard, but sometimes you get a little bit of the wind behind you with it, which is nice. So a few things that you've put that juggly effort into will actually fall into place on their own as well. You're going to get a little bonus, a few breathers, and that should set you back on your feet from this upside down Princess of Cups. Let's have a look at a fairy card for you. Ooh, that one. Do you know what? I'm being told to take that one. Yeah, you get the question. This is a really interesting card. This is the question. It's a kind of a to be or not to be of the fairy forest. There's a rainbow here as well, and this is in recognising. This is recognising what is meaningful to you, Cancer. You're doing all this juggling. It's taking a lot of time and effort and organising and planning and being meticulous and all the rest of it. Take some time to realise what your question is. Why are you here in whatever it is that you're doing? I know that sounds really weird. But if you're worrying about particular aspects of work or love or relationship or whatever it is, just ask yourself, why am I here? What is my question? Because you can't know the answer until you know the question. What am I travelling for? I'm going to take a third one of those. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to take another clarifier. So I'm just thinking to myself. Now, for your love life, Cancer, you're getting some pain and lack of self-worth. For some of you, I feel that this isn't to do with relationship, but more to do with family. Some of you are carrying family pain at the moment, looking after relatives, looking after children, worrying about children. Worrying about a partner, worrying about a relationship, worrying and caring. I get a lot of busyness and caring. Now this is a lack of self-worth. This could be you or it could be them. Some of you, I'm getting, are experiencing some periods of depression, or you're looking after somebody else who is maybe depressed or down on their luck or in a very bad patch. Yeah, so I've done a clarifier. I get the 10 of Swords in reverse. It's the end of a cycle for you or this person. These swords are dropping out. This is a time for healing, Cancer. It's a time for the healing to come. When all the swords drop out, you're just left with wounds. I feel like you are called upon this week to be looking after someone else, to helping them to heal, whether that's family or a partner, and it's going to take up a lot of your time. It's going to keep you very busy, but actually you're doing really well of it. Wheel of Fortune and Two of Pentacles indicate that. Time for healing, Cancer. It's a busy reading. You've got a lot going on, but you're in the right place and you're doing the right thing. Do check out your moon and rising, Cancer, in the timestamps in the description box below as well. And also, ooh, that's good. Oh, and check out your monthly reading as well. That should be up by the end of the weekend. I just picked those up off the floor. And if you want a private reading, Cancer, you can book in the description box below. And don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you very much, Cancer. Have a good week. Now then, my Leos. Lovely, lovely Leos. Let's have a look what's in store for you. Woo! And you also, Leo, do check out your moon and your rising. This is for July the 1st to the 8th. I'm going to timestamp this in the description box so you can look up your moon, your rising, or your friends, or whatever it is. Ooh, you. You're doing a little love and general reading. Your monthly reading will be up by the end of the weekend as well for July. Great reading for you, Leo. About time too, isn't it? Queen of Wands. I hope you can see this because it's kind of a bit dazzly. This is the Thoth Tarot, or the Thoth Tarot. Somebody leave me a comment. Let me know how to pronounce it, because I've got no idea. I love this. She's big, she's red, she's powerful. She's got a big wand. I feel that this is you, Leo, and you're really in command of things this week. You're really good to go. You're really in your element. You're really strong. You can wear your heart on your sleeve. You can proceed. You've also got the Prince of Swords behind you. This is swift action. This is truth-telling. This is events moving really quickly, but actually you're in alignment. You know, you're in your fiery alignment. You're ready to take a risk. You've got the Fool, Major Arcana. What a gorgeous card. And also there's a lion nipping at his legs. It's like, crack on, come on, we're ready to go. Beautiful card. Butterflies and fire and lions and lotuses. He's even got a big old sun right on his crotch. What more do you want, Leo? Sunny crotch. Doesn't get better than that, does it? Seriously though, it's an energetically good week for you. It's a good week for business. If you want to push something forward, push it this week. You've got all of it going for you, all of the elements. The Fool, the risk-taking ability, you're feeling a bit immortal. It's nice. Haven't had something this good for you in a while, Leo. Get on. Leave me comments about it. I like to hear the good news. The only sort of word of caution is you might be feeling completely bombastic. Just make sure you don't crash into anything. Do you know what I mean? Just be careful driving and stuff like that. Ooh, I haven't had this one before. Another great card by the looks of it. Queen of the Golden Bow. Look at that. This reminds me of the Queen of Wands. Now, I'm going to look. It's the #1 card as well. Beautiful. Now, assuming there isn't a 0, yeah, it's the first card of this particular cycle of the Heart of the Fairy Oracle. Support soul healing and equilibrium. Oh, that's good. This is all about letting go of emotions stopping you from healing, and also how those emotions may be tangible. And you may get waves of sadness that take you by surprise, and also that this Queen can help you to heal them. I'm just having a look here. You are calling on the help of one of the true healing spirits of Fairy. This is to do with healing and changing things that are so deeply embedded in your psyche that you may not even consciously know that they're there. And I feel with this, with the three cards, Queen of Wands, Prince of Swords, the Fool, this is like a trio where you can actually absorb this kind of healing, absorb all your shadow parts and go for it. And you have this as well to help you. Now you may find, Leo, this week that you hit highs and lows. The highs will be very high, and then you may get these waves of sadness, but actually they're coming out to be healed, which makes you even stronger. But don't be surprised if a few things crop up, weird smells from childhood, or just funny feelings that you don't know where on earth they came from. They're all here to help you, and you have just the right energy for it. Ooh, that one. Now then, Leo, your love life, how very interesting. You get tryst, which is a bit of a fling, or meeting up with someone you shouldn't be, or doing something you shouldn't be. Just a sort of, it's a flingy vibe, but it's quite a nice vibe. It's a bit of a naughty vibe, Leo. Just be careful though, because you've got bad choices as one of the cards. Doesn't mean necessarily you're making bad choices. It can be a case of a little bit of what's bad for you is also good for you, that you are kind of dabbling a bit with somebody who you know isn't that good for you, but you're trying not to become too attached. But for some of you, you have mixed feelings, because we've also got the true love card. It might feel that way with this person. I'm sensing an awful lot of sexual chemistry. You may meet someone this week that really lights your fire, Leo, because you're in this mood. It would be very easy to leap on the horse with somebody and just gallop off. Just try and, wow, with all that chemistry flying around, I don't know why I'm even saying it, but try and keep it in your pants a little bit, Leo. Oh, that's good. And you get the Oracle card to be fair. This is a bit like Libra or Justice. This is just encouraging you to keep some sense of balance. You don't want the highs to be too high and the lows to be too low. You want things to be a bit more on an even keel, although with highs that good, it's difficult, isn't it? You are a fire sign. Just keep your thinking cap on in between all that rushing about. Ooh, drop the cards again, Leo, and all that meeting in parks, in bandstands. So do look up your moon and rising, Leo, and also your monthly video will be out by the end of the weekend for July. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, Leo, and thank you for all the comments you've been leaving as well. Have a good week, Leo. Now then, Virgo. Seem to remember you had quite a strong reading before, Virgo, as well. Let's have a look for you. This is for July the 1st to the 8th. That one. Okay, Virgo, what's going on? What is going on? I see these two cards together. Okay. We've got the Seven of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven of Swords. I do worry about this card a bit, Virgo. This is a card, it's what I call the Foxy Snake card. And this Thoth Tarot, or Thoth Tarot, it doesn't have human pictures in the pip cards, but if it did, it always has a picture of someone sneaking off with something. Jewellery, swords, stealing, sneaking, looking behind them, knowing what they're doing. It's a knowingness of deception. Someone is deceiving you, Virgo. Someone is deceiving you this week, or you're going to feel it. It's quite deep-seated. And it's some form of betrayal. It could be family, it could be at work, it could be in love. I don't know. It's more of a general reading. But you have the Three of Swords in the reverse as well. And I don't think that it matters that it's in the reverse. This is Saturn in Libra. And Three of Swords is Saturn in Libra. It's also sorrow. It's also usually a betrayal with a third party, either cheating or something you didn't know about was the third party. Some secret, you know, some person chose something else over you, or they didn't tell you about something. The two together, the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords together, has to point towards you not knowing something, but not knowing it because someone's kept it from you. Now you have the Prince of Discs here in the middle. I feel that this is you being very determined, Virgo. This is an earth sign card. You could also be involved with a Capricorn, a Taurus, or another Virgo. If it's to do with work, I feel you're holding your head up high, but there's gossip and intrigue and sneakiness on the part of management or whoever it is that you're working with, or colleagues. There's things under the surface that have been stirred up that you don't know about. If it's to do with love, it can be anything from unfaithfulness to just not being right, you know, someone just not being right. Let's have a look. Yeah. You've got a mix here of love cards, okay? You get romance. You get dream come true, and you get specialness. I get from this is for those of you who've met somebody or in relationship or involved with somebody, that they're good at the special stuff, as in they're good at turning the tap on of romance and talking the talk. And in the beginning you felt they were your dream come true. It's very exciting. But this specialness, they are high maintenance as a person. I feel there is a large insecurity inside them which can never be met. And although they may be demanding an awful lot from you, yeah, look at that. Oh my God, it just flew out on its own, Virgo. Although they're demanding a lot from you, I don't feel they're playing fair. Now, I'm just doing a clarifying card from my Rider-Waite, and the Tower comes out, falls out on the floor on its own. If you think somebody is this way, something will come this week that's going to disabuse you of that. You're going to hear of some kind of secrecy or deception, if it's to do with your love life or if it's to do with work, about some dealings going on behind your back. Now I feel I've got you up there There's your Prince of Discs. You are strong in the middle of it, Virgo. You're keeping your head held high at the top of that reading. You're keeping your dignity, but there is some, there's some real dirt going on here somewhere. You've been playing fair and they haven't. Yeah, you get poised. To me, this is about dignity, standing up for yourself and not joining in this particular fight. You may be in the middle of big family arguments as well. Could be to do with inheritance or legal issues. You could be involved with someone who's getting divorced. You could have met someone who's getting divorced who you like, and it looks like a dream come true, but there's so much stuff buried in the cupboard. It's unbelievable. Let's have a look. That one. Yeah. God, it's really shiny in here. You get the captive man. This is about someone who's either already taken or can't say they're already taken or isn't saying they're already taken, man or woman, and about you trying to capture them and hold them, because that's what we all try to do when somebody's slightly unattainable. Just watch out this week. To a certain extent with the Tower, it comes in. It's like built in a house of, it's a house of cards. And that epiphany comes. That epiphany comes and it's followed by the Star card, the Tower. You need it to happen because it is there underneath. You may have sensed it, Virgo. Do also, Virgo, check out your moon and your rising in the timestamps in the description box. That is a really powerful message for you. It's been like this for you for a while. So do check back in and see what your July reading says in the next couple of days as well, Virgo. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. I am getting quite booked at the moment, actually. I'm trying to be more organised and I have got a list. But if you do want to book, you can still book using the PayPal link in the description box below at the moment. That's a very strong reading, Virgo. Leave me a comment. Yeah, it's really touched a bit of a nerve, that one. Interesting. Okay, thank you, Virgo. Do hit the like and subscribe buttons as well, Virgo. And like I say, check out your moon and rising, definitely. Speak to you soon, Virgo. Okay, Libra. Let's have a look. I'm being blinded by the sun now after having no sun and starting in a gloom, Libra. Suddenly, out it comes. You and you. Wow. Okay, that's good. You've got the Five of Swords in reverse. This is Venus in Aquarius for the aspects of it. It's in the reverse, which I like. It's a feeling of being afraid to start something new or old fears holding you back. And that's leaving. Sometimes it's to do with relationships because it's Venus. Sometimes it's to do with just new things because it's Aquarius. It's all about the new. But that fear is going to wash away this week. This is for July the 1st to the 8th. You have been spending, you've got the Hermit card in the middle here. It's very beautiful. This is the Virgo card. You've been spending a lot of time working on things, maybe alone, or certainly with a sense of single-mindedness. You've really put some work into something. Could be working at home in particular, or if you're at work, you've been getting your head down and not particularly communicating with everybody else, but just getting on with things. But you've not been afraid to spend time on your own, and this week that's going to carry on for you. You won't be surrounded by fears. You know, if you have been involved in any kind of romantic struggles, you're going to feel an awful lot more optimistic and strong this week. And also if you've got your own business, This is very much a week for getting on with projects and really finding you've got some fairy dust. If you want to make progress with clients or to do any networking, not going out particularly and socialising, but networking, looking through your contacts, getting stuff organised, getting your ducks in a row, this is a good week for it. Now you also get, this is a beautiful card, the Star, Major Arcana, a little bit of fairy dust, the ability to manifest, the ability for dreams to come true, comes after the Tower, so you may have experienced before it, especially with this Five of Swords in reverse, some sorrow, some loss, some heartbreak over something to do with work, family, or it could be love. This is a general reading, but that's cleared away. You've done the work. You've done the healing with the Hermit, you've done the thinking, you've achieved the enlightenment, and now you get the reward. The Star is being able to manifest your intentions, your dreams, your goals, but with a bit of sparkle and not too much effort on your part, because the effort all came before. You know, it looks like it's effortless, of course it never is. Ooh. Yeah, and there it is again, Lady of Unicorns. You've got a bit of magic about you this week, Libra. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to branch out. You can diversify if you've got a business and you want to try some different lines or a different way of doing it. This is a great time for it. Let's have a look at the love cards. Ooh. Some of you, Libra, are involved in a bit of a love situation here. Yes, a right mix. It's a bit up and down. Okay, this is what I'm getting for you. This is just what I'm getting, Libra. For those of you who've had a breakup or you've got an ex, which is this, where it's finally getting better, be very careful. You get deception. You also get push me, pull me. This is someone who keeps returning. They want you as soon as they realise you don't want them. As soon as you feel like you're getting stronger with this Star card and like you've spent some time healing, I would like to say they're knocking on your door again, but I bet they're just sending you the what's up text. You know, the what are you up to text. Maybe at some time of night. It's not the greatest, just be careful, their intentions aren't great. You know this person, if it resonates with you, you know this person. They promise you true love. But they promise you that when they can't have you. You want someone who wants you when they can have you. When you're on a plate, they actually want to eat it. So just be careful with that, Libra, because you've done this work and you're really healing. And you might like to keep it that way. Also check out your moon and rising for this. Leave me a comment, Libra. Yeah. See, I get here, you're between worlds. One of them is grey and dark. That was when you were in the Five of Swords. But now look, we're going to pink flamingos and lovely blue skies. And you love pink, Libra. This is your colour. Keep going into that world of pink and blue skies. Don't be dragged back into the black and white. So Libra, leave me a comment. Also do check out your moon and rising. I've time-stamped everything so you can go and find your moon and rising sign in the description box below. If you want a private reading, you can book me using the PayPal link. That's in the description box as well. And also your July reading will be out by the end of the weekend, she said confidently. So do check that out because that will be a deeper reading. Lots going on for you though. Keep it up, Libra though. You're healing. You're doing really well. Don't look back. Scorpio. Let's have a look for you, Scorpio. This is for July the 1st to the 8th. Ooh, that one. That one. Thanks, Scorpio, for liking and subscribing. That's sharing and subscribing in one. Subscribing. And don't forget to switch on your notifications if you have subscribed, so that you do get live stream notifications. Then you know when I'm doing a live stream or when a new video comes in, which will be happening this weekend for your July readings. Now, Scorpio, you get the 5 of Discs. This is worry. This is worry about not having enough. This is worry about not being looked after. It's worry about being left out in the cold. It could be to do with love or work. See how that resonates with you, but you feel trapped. You definitely feel trapped. Got the 8 of Swords. There's 8 swords. 8 is a very solid number. A trap is built in a very solid way. You feel hemmed in, but it's almost because it's like you kind of worried yourself into a trap. I don't know how. So you've got the Princess of Swords in reverse as well. I feel with Scorpios, I always say they are, you know, the great researchers. Brilliant on the detail. They do discover things. They do know things. They know the detail. But sometimes it doesn't do Scorpios any favours, because they almost hoist by their own petard. You know, they're hemming yourself in with worry. Worry about not making enough money. Worry about ending up alone. Worry about just about everything you can think of. Now, in any 8 of Swords card, in any other pack than this one, there is always somebody who has 8 swords around them. There is always a way out. They can never see it. Usually there's a blindfold. I feel that this energy is what you've got at the moment. It's very powerful. It's very swordy. You're very in your head this week, Scorpio. You need to, I would say, do something to ground yourself, something physical. Gardening, walking the dog, swimming, anything where you're using your body and it makes you feel good or tired or happy or anything. Get out of your head. You may not be able to do much about the worrying itself. It's quite powerful this week, but you can do something about how you respond to it, and it will die down the more you do something physical. Okay. For some of you, this is to do with your love life. Looking at these cards. Oh, that one. Wow, okay. What is going on, Scorpio? Manipulation. Some of you feel like this. You feel trapped. This 8 of Swords. You feel trapped because somebody is manipulating. You're being manipulated by somebody. It could be in the family. It could be a friend. It could be a lover. It could be a boss. But you are being manipulated. And there is a fear of inadequacy on your part, and they're playing on it. You feel like you can never do enough, whether it's being a perfectionist about work, earning enough money, being a super mum or dad, you know, great parent, great employee, whatever it is. Somebody is manipulating your insecurities. Just beware of that. It could be an air sign. Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. So we've got this Princess of Swords in reverse. When they're in reverse, they can be a bit liar, liar, pants on fire, Scorpio, to be honest. They can be a bit devious. It's like a negative chess playing game. And you're being manipulated. You Scorpios are very soft of heart, actually, underneath it. So they can be manipulated. Just watch out for it this week. And you're feeling the cynicism about love. Just feeling that you can't speak. Feeling that you can't speak your truth. The truth will set you free, Scorpio, this week. That card that I want. You get the challenge. This is somebody wearing a mask. This week, Scorpio, your challenge is to remove your mask and to break this cycle of manipulation and fear of not meeting someone's expectations by just being honest and authentic and just speaking of your vulnerabilities. Let it all hang out. Don't hide it anymore. And also hang in there, Scorpio, because actually, and I've been thinking this about you for a while, you get as your oracle card, if you can see it in the dazzly sun, milk and honey. The land of milk and honey over the rainbow. I know it's not quite yet, but it will be, and you need to hang in there. Leave me, losing my voice, leave me a comment, Scorpio. Do check out your moon and rising as well. Ooh, oh my gosh. Check out your moon and rising. And also your July reading will be up by the end of the weekend. If you want a private reading, Scorpio, you can book in the description box below. Good luck this week, Scorpio. Speak your truth. Don't hold back. That is your challenge. And it's a big challenge, isn't it? For all of us. Okay, Sagittarius. You're having that one. Hi, Saggy. This is your weekly reading from Gemstonetarot from July the 1st to the 8th. Ooh, love in general. Whoa, it's so sunny on here. Using Aleister Crowley's tarot. And a lot of sunshine. Ooh. Whoa. Saggy, you've been getting some really big readings recently. This is no exception whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to deal with this one first. So you get the Tower. Whoa. Have a look at this. All tarot decks, the Tower represents breaking down something that's false. It gets broken down by a bolt of lightning, some kind of epiphany. It comes in a bit left field. Usually it's hung out a whole bunting of red flags for you, and you either can't or won't see them, or whatever it is, you're not able to. It's not a critical thing. It's just not possible. And it says, right, okay, destiny or divine timing or whoever it is says, fine, boom, have some of this then. And then it's like, oh, wow, okay. The whole untruth comes down, the pretense. Usually there's colluding with the Tower. You've colluded with someone else at work or love or whatever it is to make some kind of false tower of expectation. It can be a false relationship, lies, or, you know, wearing a mask. It doesn't matter what it is. This week that comes down. This card's popped up a few times, so do check out your moon and rising. I've time-stamped them all in the description box below, so check them out because it has come up for a few signs. It's going to be a big week. Now, what I like to see very much is you also have the Magician here. Very nice, number 1. Now, the Magician has the cup, the sword, the pentacle and the wand all at his disposal. He knows as above, you can see it here indicating as above, so below. He knows how to manifest, he knows how to heal, he knows how to do most things actually. You have it in you, Sagittarius, to get over this particular shock, and actually I get it could be the best thing that ever happened to you. It starts off a cycle of magic, and sometimes that's what the Tower is for. We get also the Prince of Cups. This is, if you think of it as the Page of Cups, this is a water sign card, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. I feel for you, whatever this shock is this week, can bring some love with it. New love offer. Whoa, it's so sunny on there. It will feel bad at the time, but it's making the way for something either for you to love yourself or for someone else to come into you. I'm kind of erring on the side of someone else to come into you. If it's to do with a job, you may end up with something a whole lot better than what you had. Yeah, you get that as well. Whoa. You get the Lady of Unicorns, Heart of the Fairy Oracle. This again, this is like the Magician. This is the Unicorn Woman. You have the magic. I was going to say follow the horn, but that may happen too. You will get intuition. You will get epiphanies of what to do. Do follow them this week, Sagittarius. Let's have a look at a couple of love cards for you. Okay, Saggy. Right. Be on the lookout. You get infidelity, manipulation, and pain. Wow. Okay, this is really strong for you, Saggy. This week, it could all come out of the box. If there's secrets hidden, the whole damn lot is coming out. There ain't no stopping it this week. It's the best thing that ever happened to you. It may not feel that way. It does herald in new love, or even a chance to start afresh with somebody who's already there. I don't know. But infidelity, manipulation and pain, if there's anything in the closet, it's coming out this week. Now, this card fell on the floor, so we're going to have it. You also get the Universe. It's divine timing for you, Sag. It is divinely inspired. I'm sure it's not going to feel that way when it hits, but, and it may have already, because these, you know, the energies are around, it may have already happened to you recently. It's a whole new cycle for you, though, and it's necessary. But do definitely, yeah, see the Devil just fell out then, as if the rest wasn't enough. It's a codependent relationship. It could be to do with drink, drugs, alcohol, any kind of addiction or addiction to a person or intense sexual chemistry with someone who's not good for you. That cycle gets broken this week, Saggy. Check out your sun, your moon and your rising. Let me know. If you want a private reading, Sagittarius, you can book me in the description box below using the PayPal link. Be happy to do a private reading for you after that and see what's going on. Okay, and your monthly reading, Sagittarius, will be out by the end of the weekend. That's your July reading. Ooh, I'd like to close that curtain, but I can't reach it. Okay, thanks, Saggy. Capricorn. Let's have a look for you. That one. I'm going to close that curtain actually. I don't know where the sun is. I've had enough of that. Oh, that's better. Oh, hi Capricorn. Ooh. And you. I'm just going to do that because it's a little bit dark. I hope you can still see me. I can never tell. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, Capricorn, you've got the 9 of Discs. This is a nice card. If you are single, this is the single happy person card. It's also not just about love single, but it's about being able to provide for yourself, which is something Capricorns always want to be able to do. And that's going to become a whole lot easier this week. You're going to find money flows in more easily. People who haven't paid for ages will pay. Possibly small windfall, but things will be very managed. You'll feel like you're really managing. You'll feel in control. You also have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Any need that you've had to be over defensive, to defend yourself, to be bolshy or a bit aggressive, that's going to dissolve. You don't need that anymore because things are coming to you much more easily. If you're looking for a job, this is a great time to be looking for a job. You may get a job offer. Like I say, if you've got people late paying you and you're a business person, you could find they may well pay up this week. You also get the Queen of Discs, which is a great card. This is somebody who, again, is in control. She's in control of her finances. Things are growing. She's building. It's all about the earthy Capricorn qualities of getting things into place, of building, of doing things right, of Saturn, the planet which... Saturn, the planet which is very disciplined. I feel like you're very, very disciplined. And that as a result, you're going to reap the rewards this week, which is really good. Why not? Good time for investing as well, with the Nine of Discs. Good time for looking at ways to reinvest, ways to grow a company, or ways to get promoted, or putting out CVs. Now let's look at your love life, Capricorn. Interesting. Okay. If you're single, I think you might be feeling a bit lonely. We got this as the single person's card as well. It's the single happy person's card. But now and again, you're just missing having somebody there, you know, to warm your feet at night, as it were. You're missing perhaps some tenderness. This week would be a good time to get out there, Capricorns, if you want to meet somebody. This is a healing commitment. For those of you that are attached, I feel there may be some heart-to-heart talking need to be done. You may be feeling you're not getting enough attention in the relationship. They might be feeling you're not giving them enough attention, and there is a need for some real tenderness, some sensuality, someone cooking for someone, making someone feel special, and also reaffirming a commitment. Just letting someone know how much you mean to them. But like I say, also for single Capricorns, a good time to get out there and meet someone who's really looking for a commitment, the same as you are. I feel there's a lot of you out there that are looking for a real commitment. Oh, yes. For your Oracle card, Capricorn, you get higher power. Now, I feel there's a higher power definitely working for your business and for your money. Someone is really looking after you in that respect. Now, you could try and expand that out to your love life if you're single and you're looking. Don't be too controlling about it. Have some faith that you can meet the right person, someone who's looking for what you're looking for. And if you are feeling lonely, Capricorn, do something about it this week. You've got that Nine of Pentacles. You can take practical steps, you know, joining dating sites or whatever it is, or joining a club where there's going to be people of the opposite sex with some kind of, in fact, it doesn't even matter if it's your interest or not, just where there's going to be eligible people will do. Because actually it's something you could build on, it's something you could do practical things about. Using Saturn for your, that is your ruling planet, using it for your love life, using your powers of organisation. Quite like that week for you, Capricorn. Time to call in any old debts, certainly. Thanks very much, Capricorn. Do check out your moon and your rising sign. And also don't forget, if you're in a relationship, you need to have that heart-to-heart. If you want a private reading, Capricorn, you can book using the PayPal link in the description box below. And your monthly video will be out by the end of the weekend for July. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video, Capricorn. And thank you for watching. Aquarius. Ooh, it's you. Let's have a look for you. Wow, Aquarius, this is strong already. Crumbs. Okay. Aquarius. First card out for you is the Chariot. Major Arcana. This is challenging and opposing forces. You've got a charioteer managing to drive the hub of a chariot with a Sphinx going one way and a Sphinx going the other way. Sometimes this is to do with Cancerians. This is the Cancerian card. See, he's got a crab on his head, like you do. Could be to do with home and family. I think it's to do with love, I have to say, looking at the other two cards, Aquarius. You've got some kind of love situation with some kind of choice. You've got the Lovers as well. Now, the Lovers used to be called the Choice. Again, you get dark and light forces, you get yin and yang. I feel that you are conflicted, Aquarius. You've got strong emotional conflicts about a person. Also, the Princess of Cups. You see this as the Page of Cups. A Pisces, Scorpio or a Cancerian. Again, you really could be dealing with a Cancerian or another Gemini. This is to do with like a love offer or an offer coming in or someone you're seeing. But there is something about them that isn't quite feeling right to you, but also at other times is feeling right. And this causes a conflict. Either that or your family don't get on with them, or there's some aspect of them you can't quite swallow, but you still want to be with them, and that's the Chariot going in two different ways. You may feel like they're going to suddenly leave you, or you're going to suddenly leave, or it's all going to suddenly fall apart. To some extent, in order to stay with this person, and it could be a job, but I really am inclined to think it's a love thing, but it is a general reading, see what resonates for you. But to stay in this situation, you have to make some kind of sacrifice. You need to ask yourself, is it worth it? And that's to do with the choice. Is it worth it, Aquarius? Just having a look at the Fairy Oracle cards. These are Brian and Wendy Frood. See if we can get some clarity for Aquarius. It's that one. We get the Lady of Song. Now this is about knowing your intuition, knowing your song, knowing what makes you tick. Knowing where you're coming from emotionally in that real rooted emotional sense. Not ignoring your feelings, Aquarius. And there may be a lot of sexual chemistry with this person. Maybe trying to sort of filter that out a bit and feel how you actually feel. Now, the Green Man, this is a weird hunch. I'm going to look this one up because I don't really know this one very well. Weird hunch for me, Aquarius. You may be dealing with someone with a lot of facial hair. This is just for the ladies mostly here, but somebody who, yeah, this is to do with virility and life force. I feel like you're dealing with someone who's very, very charismatic. Very virile and charismatic. It can be for the men as well, someone who's very charismatically female, but someone who's attractive to you, very attractive. And you're finding it hard to dial down that attraction and actually feel okay about being with them because there's some aspect of them that disturbs you, Aquarius. Leave me a comment. And check out your moon and your rising as well, yeah. Okay. See, you get naughtiness, or what we like to call trimming the bush. Had this yesterday in the daily reading. So you get naughtiness. There is definitely some sexy going on here. You fancy them a lot. They fancy you a lot. But you get disillusionment. Knight in shining armour, but not when you look behind the canvas. And also you get using. Just be careful, Aquarius, that you're not being used or that you're not using someone else. Really important. Definitely check out your moon and rising though. See if you get any more messages about it. Yeah, so you get the King of Swords. I think you are dealing with someone who is very charismatic but not necessarily very emotionally communicative. Very attractive to you, Aquarius. You do love a mystery. You've got to keep Aquarians guessing, but sometimes that's your kryptonite. If you want a private reading, Aquarius, for a more in-depth look at that, let me know. You can book in the description box below, or you can go to my website, gemstonetarot.com. I'll be happy to do that for you. But otherwise, your July reading will be out this weekend. And check out your moon and rising. Do subscribe if you haven't already, and also hit the like button, Aquarius. You live in very interesting times. For those of you that are single, you may be about to meet someone who you find very attractive, but just be careful. Look behind the curtain, Aquarius. Look behind the curtain. That's just come to me. It's important for you. Thank you, Aquarius. And now to my lovely, lovely Pisceans. Hello, Pisces. Right, let's have a look. Using Aleister, I always want to call him Alexander, Aleister Crowley's tarot deck. Let's have a look. So Pisces, your monthly reading will be out by the end of the weekend. So do check that out. It's going to be a big weekend for me. I've got tons of private readings. I've got 12 videos to do. Whew. I'm going to strap myself into the chair. It'll be like some Gemstonetarot. Yeah. It'll be okay. Get by on the power of fairy dust and orange juice. Thank you, Pisces, for all your likes and your shares, and also for all the private readings. Pisces is by far my most popular private reading sign. I could almost just do private readings for Pisceans. There's just so many. Ooh. Okay, let's have a look for Pisces. And for myself, of course. Okay. Now we get the Three of Cups. This is nice, considering what we've been getting lately. Actually, the Three of Cups, because I watch other tarot readers, this has come up loads in all the ones I've watched for Pisces. This is nice. This is feeling a bit more emotionally okay. This is getting out there with friends. This is, obviously it's a water sign card. It is Pisces, Scorpio, or Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You can tell it's getting late in the day. For some of us, if you've met somebody, this is moving it on to slightly the next level from the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is the 6 weeks honeymoon period. Three of Cups is the kind of making it to the next level. Not necessarily moving in or whatever, but just bringing a little more organisation and structure to a relationship. It's also about catching up with friends. It's what I call the drinks with the girls or boys after work card, which is really nice. Time to be sociable, to get in touch with people, to do things that you enjoy, to get out and do some sport, do some parties, whatever it is. Now we get the Knight of Wands. For some of us, I feel this is dealing with a fire sign person coming in. They may have been on the periphery already, but I feel that this week, this is July the 1st to the 8th, I feel that they could be coming in. I feel that rather than that this is a fiery feeling for a Piscean, I feel it is somebody coming in quite swiftly and very confidently. It can be a job offer, so it could be a very, very upfront headhunting job offer. It can be a swift, it's going to be swift and positive. If it's someone you meet, they're going to be upfront. and quite charismatic as well. Definitely check out your moon and rising, because this is quite similar to other readings. Now I've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. That's nothing new for Pisces, because Pisces is quite unlike the Queen of Swords. For some of us, I feel this is a female air sign, meddling. Could be to do with work, or it could be to do with love, or it could be a friend, but it's a meddling. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be a male actually. More inclined to think if it's work that it's a female. Somebody who is scheming a little bit. Somebody who is... I mean, it could be anything to do with like female relatives, but... Or if you are married or in partnership, it could be their mother or daughter, something. A bit of manipulation. Someone not quite telling the truth. This one's come up loads. We get the challenge. I'm going to look that one up. Brian and Wendy Frood, Heart of the Fairy Oracle. Let me hold that up a bit. It's pretty damn cool, isn't it? Let's have a look what they say in here. It doesn't come up very often, but it's actually come up 3 times today. That's why it's important to check out your moon and rising. Yeah. This is about the voice that tells you. It's the challenge of getting rid of your own policing system. This is being able to go for it more in this fashion, actually. Particularly if it is to do with meeting anyone or going for networking or promotion. Something that Pisceans are not very good at. Pisceans find it hard to put themselves forward, whether it's in love or whether it's in work. It's time to quieten down that criticism and go for it, Pisces, and just step forward confidently. Whatever your particular, whatever it is that you're wanting, even if it is to do with being on your own, don't be afraid to try dating. And if you are in a relationship and there is something that you want and you're not getting it, don't be afraid to put yourself forward, to say what you want and that you deserve it, Pisces. Ooh, that one. So Pisces, some of us are involved in relationship, I think. It's either a fire sign or an air sign. Either way, at the bottom of it we have lack of self-worth. And this is also the challenge. It's always the challenge for Pisceans. Pisceans can simultaneously know that they're good and know that they're okay, and also have a complete lack of self-worth. 2 fishes swimming in opposite directions. Pisceans can hold those contradictions and are definitely contradictory all the time. So while we do appreciate where we're coming from and that we are a good person or whatever it is, or see all our good qualities, we can still have the lack of self-worth. Now we also get push me, pull me. This is to do with that person, that ex, whoever it is, keeps dropping you that crappy text at 11 o'clock at night. What are you up to? What are you doing? How are you? How are you? Some rubbish, an emoji, but no real substance. And we're tempted. Push me, pull me. As soon as we reject them, as soon as we get over them, there comes the little text. I feel there is somebody like that for you, Pisces. Push me, pull me. I say push them. Being a bit blunt there. There you go, I'm taking up the challenge. Not being blunt, I'm being blunt. Push them away. We also get play, that's really nice, especially if we're looking to meet somebody. This is the card for me that shows we should be doing dating and activities that take us outdoors, that do things where you get your hands dirty or play games or anything that's kind of a social event that's readily organised. Not just going to singles places and having a drink, but something where you're doing something, you're actually playing, or joining some kind of club which is fun, or comedy nights. If you want to meet somebody, or if you do arrange a date, make it somewhere safe, obviously, but fun. Yeah, we're still observing, Pisces. We get the observer. We're still observing. After our huge series of eclipses over the last 2 years, we're still slightly not in it. We're still slightly observing rather than participating. I think we can all feel that as well. I mean, Pisces as it is a bit, get the feeling that they're outside watching themselves while at the same time being in it, because that's the two fish in opposite directions. It's not a bad thing at the moment. It's not a bad thing to be observing. Because actually, when you're observing, you're gathering information. That will be good. Not quite yet. I feel we're gathering information this week, though, that will kind of serve us, I don't know why, but sometime in August, which is a weird thing to say. But there it is, Pisces. There it is. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Support. There is divine cosmic support, Pisces, and there is the support from family and friends. Do ask for it, do take it, because this week you might need it. And that also goes with this Three of Cups. It's going to be a great support to you to get out and socialise and just be with people and have some fun. Just remember this play card, it's really important. It's childlike, but it's also freedom. It's not bad for us, Pisces. Not bad at all. Just be careful of that ratty ex dropping you those texts. Let me know. If you want a private reading, Pisces, you can book with the PayPal link in the description box below. Leave me a comment, and also do subscribe to the channel. Do share it with all your friends on Facebook or wherever it is people share things these days. And your monthly readings will be up by the end of the weekend, she said. Thinking, oh my God, how am I going to do that? But I will. So thank you, Pisces. Namaste to you. Thank you to everybody, all of the 12 signs. This is all time stamped, so you can look up your sun, your moon, and your rising. See you soon. Namaste. Bye.